Walking into the Aprilia booth. So this year on the bike segment only Aprilia and Suzuki are there. They're right next to each other. We'd go to the Suzuki booth next, but let's for now focus on the Aprilia. So this is the Aprilia's SR160. I guess this is the upgrade to the SR150. Let's take a look at the specs. We have a single cylinder 4-stroke 3-valve fuel injection BS6 160cc with 8.1 kilowatts of power. I guess that would be around 12 bhp, 11.6 newton meters of torque, and auto expandable dry clutch CVT, automatic transmission, obviously disc brake 20mm up front, and hydraulic ABS as well, drum brake rear 140 and 120 section tire both on front and rear, and you've got a semi-digital speedometer. So this is the Aprilia SR160 upgrade to the existing SR150. So that's one of it. We've got another Aprilia 160 here. I really like the windscreen. Looks similar to the previous version, kind of sleeker. They've added a lot of wind protection to it. And you've got Aprilia's Storm, which is the 125cc version, but still manages to look mean with that matte black colorway. These are existing stuff. I believe we have Aprilia's 210 V4 1000RR. So one of the higher capacity race motorcycles, kind of like a track focus naked. So let's go into a little bit into the specs. That's a 65-degree V4 engine, V4 cylinder, 4-stroke, and 1077cc. So you've got airbox with front dynamic air intakes, and 175 horsepower, 121 newton meters of torque, 6-speed cassette type gearbox, aluminum frame, and an 18.5 liter fuel tank capacity. That is the Aprilia 210 V4. Not much on the updates. And next we have the Aprilia's RSV4 RF. Every year we see the same bikes here at Aprilia. So we've got the same 1077cc, but now it's producing 217 horsepower and 122 newton meters of torque. So a little bit more, considerably more, around 50 horsepower more than the naked version. But this is going to be tuned more towards the tracks, the higher RPMs. The power will be available at a higher RPM, whereas the naked version back there will have more usable power in the mid-range. So another 18.5 liters of fuel tank capacity. Aprilia's kind of like the street spec MotoGP bike. Now the only thing that they have added this year is the carbon fiber scoops, much like the Ducati's V4R. And well, I really like the color scheme, so I'm gonna do a top swipe. Just look at that. Love the textures on the seat and the racy sport cowl. Obviously, electronic suspension. Aprilia has not made major changes to the RSV4, but they have been constantly updating the bike. So that's the RSV4 RF 1100cc, and I believe this comes factory fitted with the Akrapovic exhaust. One of the very few performance bikes that we will get to see this year at the Expo. And then we have the Vespa lineup, which is there every year. So Vespa VXL 100, and I believe a few of the electric Vespa as well. So let's look at the SXR 160. We will get to see if that futuristic looking scooter, kind of like a touring scooter based on the same 160 platform of the SR 160, and we've got a different design in SXR. So this is more like your touring version. And I love the DRLs up front and the alloy wheels. So not much happening at the Aprilia booth. It's not like previous years. We've got go inside. शूटिंग के लिए YouTube पे. So that's it. This year they've closed up the booths. It's really starting to kind of deaden up the expo. Previously it used to be a lot friendlier. Now they have kind of Indianized it. So I guess that's it from the Aprilia booth. From me, and I think also my final expo, since they have kind of brands have decided to move out of the auto expo, and if the biggest brands that you guys love to see aren't there, then I guess it won't be much use for us to cover. And it has also become very unprofessional kind of an environment. So that's it from the Aprilia booth. Moving on to Suzuki, the only other bike booth left. Electric. We'll see what happens.